Field area weather forecast, mostly sunny today, high 58. Partly cloudy tonight, low 45. For tomorrow, 30% chance for rain, high 50. Saturday in the Kiwanis Christmas Parade in Fairfield, partly cloudy, high 48. And for Sunday, cloudy skies with a high 55. Overnight low 28. Yesterday's high was 54. Currently, humidity at 100%. Winds are calm. Pressure at 30.1. Right now, sunshine and 30 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Hello, good morning.
I'm back.
You are back.
I came back.
I'm glad to see you there. And
'Cause-
over here, we've got this ray of sunshine.
I can tell by the bright,
By the
yellow,
bright yellow
Lions vest he has
The
on.
Savage one, Dave Savage. And he brought us gifts. I'm showing the camera and crinkling. We have peanut M&Ms in a monster bag.
And I got to understand there's a story.
Tell the story,
on
Dave.
this?
Tell the story.
All right, the story is years ago at a Mules game, Lene Grassu. Lene is one of our cheerleaders.
Yep.
She was a little girl, probably about first grade. And I saw her there, and I said, hey, how about getting me some candy, just as a joke. So she brought me back a bag of peanut M&Ms from the concession stand. So I thought, well, this is only fair. I'll give her one back, when we come to the next game. So this went back and forth for years. And I had kind of lost touch with Lene since I got out of, retired. And I saw that it was her birthday.
No longer viable as a person. Go ahead.
There you go. Anyway, Lene's birthday came on one of our playoff games at the train yard.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a really big bag of peanut M&Ms, kind of make up for lost time, to give her. So I bring these to sit down. Now, Mike and I generally sit close to each other at the Mule football
We like to
games.
converse during the games.
Right. We had commentary.
Actually, you're coaching from the second row, right?
No. I would never question the great Justin Townsend.
Okay, so you're not coaching.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
we're making commentary about other things.
Okay.
Life in general. So anyway, I sit down there. Mike sees
You
this.
saw Double D come in with that rock star wig.
We
on,
did
and
talk
you were
about
mad.
that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So as we're sitting there, Mike sees this gigantic bag of peanut M&Ms, and he's all fired up. It's like, yes, snacks! And then I got up and walked down, found Lene, and handed them to her, wished her a happy birthday. I come back. I'm telling you, the Basset Hounds, I thought one of them was sitting there. All of a sudden,
Why don't you bring us gifts?
I don't get any peanut M&Ms.
Everybody else brings. Julie Bryant brought cookies.
Yes, well, I
You-
don't bake.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
that was good. Her cookies were wonderful.
So you're a whiner.
I am.
I asked him if he wanted any cheese to go with it, but that was another story.
Hey,
Well, it's
Turner,
inappropriate
you benefited
at the train yard. You're not allowed
for a moment.
on ground. So,
Turner, you benefited, dude.
oh, I benefited.
So I
whining
decided when I came out that not only would I bring one for Mike, well, bring all those who take care of me out here with my public service announcements for blood drives and Lions Club and everything else. Try to say a Merry Christmas to you guys.
Well,
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you, Dave.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you very
so
much.
So what do you got there? in your
Well,
hand?
I want to remind you about the Bowl Water
Okay,
Order,
all right.
in Fairfield. On West Delaware, the house is 1102, 1104, and 1106. And also from West Delaware to Lineker Road, and on the west side of Southwest 11th, and also Sheffield Drive. They're all under a Bowl Water Order. this
boil,
morning.
as you
A
say, boil order. Okay. By the way,
B-O-L-L, bowl.
we had cantata practice last night. I am the voice of the cantata
You're the
At the-
voice of the cantata.
at the First United Methodist Church.
And how'd that go?
If anybody could screw up the cantata, I think it's going to be me.
Yeah.
I don't read music, so I have to. And in fact,
You're singing?
no. I'm the. I'm the words.
He's the Barney Fife of the cantata. Remember that episode of
no,
Andy
just
Griffith?
sing
This
softer.
microphone's
Sing
very,
softer.
very,
Very sensitive.
very powerful.
Sing very soft.
So Christ the Lord is born.
So,
It's too loud. Too loud. That's what Tom Tucker said.
Actually, what I figured his job was to say, at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please turn off their cell phones.
That might be part of it.
There you go.
Anyway, if anybody could screw up, let me tell you something. Tom Tucker is a taskmaster. There are unbelievably talented musicians, and the choir is top notch. And so, why they would throw me into that mix is hard for me to understand. So I'm trying hard this Sunday not to screw it up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that was last night.
All right.
We also had a basketball game last night here. The seventh graders from over in Edwards County.
Over at Albion, they are playing in the sectional last night at Effingham St. Anthony, and they won.
They won.
They're going to
Victorious.
state.
We're trying to do what we
Victorious.
can. It becomes a logistics challenge for us to continue to follow them. That is to be announced.
Yeah.
We're trying to work it out to do
Yeah.
their Saturday games in Paris.
Yep. Saturday
Not
game
France.
or games.
Yeah, not in
Yeah.
Paris, Illinois.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Tonight, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Tonight's the Festival of Lights.
Yep.
Starts. You can go drive through.
Right. Miriam Community Church, the host tonight.
The other thing is, my understanding is that your wife. Let me tell you something, by the way.
Okay. This
Let me
ought
just-
to be good.
Let me just say,
Yes.
stand close to her. She makes you look good.
She does, doesn't she?
Way. You outpunted your coverage on that. I'm just telling you, she's so. It's amazing to me.
The question I hear quite often is, did her family owe your family money? You know, and
There was a dowry involved.
I wasn't sure what that all. tied
Anyway,
into.
she
go.
is effectively using the legend himself. Roped my wife into yoga.
So the legend is a recruiting tool for
In
yoga.
this matter, he is, and they're trying to rope me.
He's the yoga recruiter.
And you had a very foul comment about that.
I
when
did
you
not
heard
have
it.
a foul
It was very
comment.
foul. Say the comment, and I'll tell you just how foul it is.
Well, I said it helps your balance.
And how would that help me?
It would maybe prevent you from performing the down mic in your tree stand. Because, that's the latest yoga pose in
Yes.
tree stands everywhere, the down mic.
He'd want to take
I
a goat
s-
with him.
Let me just tell you something.
Goat yoga in the tree.
I stuck that landing. I'm just telling you.
Not what I heard.
By the way, once
was
again,
Heard you lost points on that landing.
No, he was stuck on that after he made the landing.
Steph's Coffee House, I want to remind you that this Friday they were going to have an event up there with Gordy Toombs, his art. They have moved that to the 13th. By the way, they'll be offering beef Manhattans at that time, which is very, very popular between 4 and 7 o'clock on the 13th.
Want to mention
And go ahead.
also, before you get to
Yep,
that, want
yep,
to mention about the girls' basketball game tonight on WFIW. They've switched things up. The start time on the varsity game is going to be 6:15, so our broadcast will start about 6:05 or so
Okay.
as the Lady Mules play at Edwards County tonight. Not sure exactly why, but the varsity will start at 6:15, followed by the JV game.
Okay. Now, don't start that until I say this. This is our holiday gift to you, and I am willing to give $10 in chamber bucks if you can figure out who's doing the Bucket of Buck theme here.
The Christmas
Yes.
theme.
Well, I'll have a bucket of buck to tell you. I just
Why, that's
can't
Elvis.
wait
It is. He's
Calling from Burger King in South Dakota.
with you.
I'm pretty sure this is an Elvis impersonator from Las Vegas.
Whose birthday is today?
Ooh.
What happened on this day? Well, I'm gonna tell you now, so you don't have to wait.
Well, if you know that, you're welcome to call in.
Oh,
You got any clue?
Yeah,
Well, don't
I got
give it
guess.
away if you know.
I think I got a guess on that.
All right,
I'm a little. That is way above our standards here.
That's why we're using
Yes.
it.
All right.
That's a listener did that.
All righty. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Could it be Dave Land?
Dave Land, the legend. No, it wasn't.
No, it is
That
not
was
Dave
my
Land.
guess.
Very seriously.
No,
with it,
seriously, I
no.
was going to say the same
No,
thing.
no, not the legend. He wouldn't concern himself with things like that.
He wouldn't stoop to our
No,
level.
he's got loftier things to do with his
Oh,
life.
here we go.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Is it Bill Camp from Carmine?
No,
It is not Bill Camp. No.
Nope. Good try though.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, well I'm gonna get into the bucket of bunkers. Everybody else.
I will tell you this.
Uh-huh.
He is a professional.
Well, it's obvious by listening to that.
Yeah.
But a professional singer.
Not a professional singer.
Oh, okay.
He does other things.
His job duties are elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
But he
Yes.
is a professional.
He is a
And
professional.
he is not associated with the station in any manner.
Well, he might come out here every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. He
right.
comes out to visit.
Okay.
All right, this birthday today of George Armstrong Custer. Died at the age of 36. Go
Good
ahead.
morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Here
Is it Chris Connor?
Chris Conner. That's a good
Ah,
guess.
not Chris Conner.
No, but it's
Right.
not. It isn't. Big Sexy is not
In the house on
in
that
the
one.
house one. Yeah.
Do you have
Custer.
another call? Oh, no. Okay.
Custer was, of course, a U.S. Army officer, cavalry commander in the American Civil War. He graduated from West Point in 1861 at the bottom of his class.
Yep.
But as the Civil War started, they needed some trained officers. He was immediately moved up to brigadier general. He was at Gettysburg. He was only 23 years old and
Right.
in charge. And he was present when Robert E. Lee's, when he surrendered
At Appomattox.
at
Yeah.
Appomattox.
Right.
So it's June 1876. We move forward. He's leading the 7th Cavalry Regiment at the Battle of Little Bighorn in Montana.
And maybe he should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque instead of headed north.
Custer's last stand. He had 208 officers and men. The Ladoka and Cheyenne Coalition of
Lakota.
Lakota. Thank you.
Lakota.
1,800 warriors. It wasn't much. And here's what they
The,
did.
the odds were not in George's favor.
as
No.
the native as his troopers were cut down, the warriors stripped the dead of their firearms and ammunition. The result was the return fire from the cavalry steadily decreased while the fire from the Indians increased. No one survived on Custer's side.
Well, depending on who you talk to.
Maybe some of them got away. Whew. Anyway.
You always hear stories about there was a surviving
Oh.
member of
No. Well, he didn't survive, that's for
Cavalry
sure.
that got away.
Walt Disney's born on this date. In 1901, he died in 1966, the age of 65.
just prior to Disney World opening.
That's right. He was born in Chicago. I don't know if you knew that. Of course, the character Mickey Mouse, Showboat Willie in 1928. In the 50s, he expanded into the amusement park business. 1955, he opened Disneyland. 65 was the development of the new theme park called Epcot, which stands for
I don't know.
Not a clue.
Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow.
Do you remember a few years ago there was some talk about a company buying up land in southern Illinois for a possible Disney theme park?
No.
No, I missed that.
It's been several years ago, but there were rumors flying around all over the place that Disney
They were going to put one.
was buying land down
the
in
Midwest.
deep southern Illinois to put a theme park in the Midwest.
Was that out in the Pig Ridge area?
Yes, that's probably what
Yeah,
it was.
I think it was.
No,
As a
actually,
matter
that
of
was that was the construction of my cabin.
Oh, okay.
That's how it got confused.
Okay.
He died. Walt Disney was a very heavy smoker, and he died of lung cancer right before Epcot started. There were accusations that he was.
I thought he did the Magic Kingdom first, not Epcot.
Well, it says. Yeah, it says. Here. You might be right, but that's what
Okay.
my information said. Accusations that he was racist or an anti-Semite. They were contradicted by people that knew him. He had 2 kids. Both of them have gone on to their reward as well. So, Roy, the brother, that line is. Of course, they sold to.
Discontinued it, right.
yeah,
Sold
they
to ABC.
Yes, they did.
Or actually, ABC sold to Disney.
Is that how it worked?
I think so.
Wait a minute.
Let's put it this way: the Disney family, I don't believe, is involved in the
Eisner
day-to-day.
is the guy's name
Right.
now, right?
Right, he's
Michael
the president
Eisner.
CEO. Little Richard, born on this date, he's 87 today.
Wop baba loopa a lot bamboo.
He
Still
was
pretty flamboyant.
He sure is. He's still alive. He hasn't performed in a number of years. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of the first group of inductees in 1986.
Wow.
In 55, a writer replaced some of the more inappropriate lyrics of Little Richard's Tutti Frutti. And it went onto the charts as a single that November. It became an instant hit, reaching number 2 on Billboard. His next single, Long Tall Sally, in 1956,
Yeah.
hit number 1. So, Little Richard, born on this date. Also on this date, the first native U.S. president. And who was that? You understand, the first one that was born in the United States.
Okay, what was the date?
1782 was when he was born.
He was born in 1782.
Yes. Born in New York.
Tyler.
You want to take a guess at
Oh,
that?
hang
Bill?
on a minute. I'm going to say Van Buren.
You got it. Martin Van Buren. Nice job. Albert Einstein came to the United States in 1932. He was escaping Germany.
Yeah.
Of course, you know what he did.
Yep.
It's 45, so-called Lost Squadron disappeared.
Flight 19.
The first U.S. Navy Avenger bombers carrying 14 Navy flyers began a training mission off Florida, the Bermuda
Bermuda
Triangle.
Now, wasn't there also, when they had the search for Flight 19, wasn't there a couple of other military planes
Disappeared.
or vehicles that disappeared as
In
well?
that area.
there
At
are
the same,
tons.
during the search.
While they
Oh.
were doing that, I have no doubt that that's true because there's just countless stories about, being sucked into the Bermuda
The
Triangle.
vortex.
What's that TV series, Blue Book or Project Blue Book or something
yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
UFOs? It's coming back.
Really?
Who's the host of that?
Oh, it's
Actually a TV
TV
series.
series.
Oh, really?
It's not a.
It's not
you
like
know, It's not like. They don't give you all the facts and.
Right.
Oh, we have some record-breaking facts, and
Yes. No.
then at
this
the end
is
of the
a-
show they say, "Well, we couldn't figure it out." So.
1988 on this date, Jim Baker and former aide Richard Dortch indicted by a federal grand jury in North Carolina on fraud and conspiracy charges. Boy, that was an incredible scam. Unbelievable.
This was
scam.
after the Jessica Hahn incident as well.
That's
yes,
right.
it was.
She was Jim's friend.
Associate.
Special friend with
Little-
benefits.
Moving on.
1998 on this date, James P. Hoffa became the head of the Teamsters Union. 23 years after his father was the head, he took over for Dad. His father, of course, disappeared.
He was voted in.
He was voted in,
Yes,
yes.
he was
He
voted
didn't. On this date, also, John
Yep.
Lennon gave
Boy,
his
my arm
last
hurt
interview.
After I vote.
I missed that.
I said, "Boy, my arm hurt after I voted."
Yeah, right behind my back.
Twisted my arm.
1980, John Lennon gave his last interview. And okay, so now we called the show about nothing, but boy, there's something here. The question of the day.
Yeah.
It rippled through this community. Question of the day, which was posted yesterday on Facebook. What's the biggest eyesore in Fairfield? Oh, baby. People got
results.
we've got some ideas.
Cut like a knife for some people.
They sure did.
Hey there, it's Paul. Sprint's holiday deals are so big, I need help spreading the word.
That's where I come in! Snowman Paul here!
Hurry in and switch to save your family money on the Samsung Galaxy S10 for $0 a month on a Sprint Flex lease.
Yep, $0 a month for the Galaxy S10!
Plus, Sprint is offering a 100% total satisfaction guarantee. You know what that means.
It means that you can try out the network and see the savings for yourself?
That's right, but you don't just
Farming. It's genetics, what you're made of. It's agronomy, local knowledge and having the tools to put the right product in the right place. It's service, built on trust, grit, and determination. Because what it takes to make the best product is a lot like what it takes to make a farmer. Golden Harvest, rooted in genetics, agronomy, and service.
Grow with Golden Harvest Seed through the Golden Advantage program. 0% interest on extended terms. Contact your seed advisor today.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
I'm Mike Reith, and I get 2 minutes every morning. The goal is to make you think about a local, state, or national story. I give you my honest take, and it always contains my opinion. You may not agree. That's okay. Good people can disagree on issues and still be respectful. I love it when my commentary spawns a good debate. Talk isn't always cheap. It plays weekdays here on the station listened to, not just heard. Thank you for listening.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when NASA packed Enos the chimp into a Mercury capsule and sent him up for a couple of Earth orbits? India's Prime Minister Nehru came to Washington and met with President Kennedy. U Thant took over as Secretary General of the United Nations. Roger Maris and Frank Robinson were picked as baseball's MVPs, while Whitey Ford won the Cy Young Award. Bob Cousy became the second player in NBA history to score 15,000 points. We said farewell to James Thurber and Speaker of the House Sam Rayburn. And here's what was new on the radio.
Crazy fool number one. Till all the seas run dry.
Never seen a wonder like you.
The gypsy woman, for God, country, and my baby.
Goodbye, cruel world. We're a tower of strength.
Heartache, heartache,
Okay, when did we first hear all this? The answer and a piece of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals. 10-pound bag of russet potatoes, $2.99. Assorted varieties of Mantia's frozen pizzas, 5 for $10. Grippo's Big Box Barbecue Chips, $5.99. And Jumbo Extra Sweet Pineapples, 2 for $3. Prices mentioned are good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store on West Main Street in Fairfield.
November 1961. Big John.
Jimmy Dean and Big Bad John, the top song of November 1961.
Big Bad John.
This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance, Wayne City, specializes in families. From auto accidents to home disasters to that very memorable first day of college, you'll have peace of mind with insurance from your Pekin Insurance Agency, putting you and your family first with insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, health, or business, and at competitive rates that will fit your individual needs. Call your Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance today, going beyond the expected.
We're back.
And it's time for the morning coffee question of the day.
Boy, this rattles some cages. Whew. You might not want to say anything, Dave.
All right.
I'm just advising you as your legal counsel, okay?
All right.
Ooh. Question was, what's the biggest eyesore in Fairfield? Let me just run through it. Now, the predominant answer was Lakeside. That it looks awful. Where the water was.
And the trailer park.
And the trailer park next to it.
Yeah.
But Kelly said she threw in the old red and white store.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
The spot where the new Casey's is supposed to be. The hole.
That's true.
Where Casey's is supposed to be. Junkyards, Maine and Delaware. Is that what Bruce said? Linda said the water tower could be a point that, is embarrassing because it's not painted. It's rusty. Lakeside, my goodness, there's so many for Lakeside. Ballard's Trailer Park, that's the one that was right next to it.
Okay.
Right. The empty lake, torn down house next to the old Hoffy home.
It's right there on First Street.
First Street, North
Oh,
First.
that's horrible, isn't it?
Just a little.
Just a pile.
Yeah.
This is Tommy. The empty Airtex buildings, as well as Lake Casey, he calls it.
Yep.
Next to the chop shop. Angie says the roads. So she uses the whole swath of saying our roads are in bad shape. Boom, boom, boom. Empty Airtex buildings. That's what Francis said. Rick says, wow, where do you start? The whole town is going downhill. Driving down Main Street or Delaware is depressing. This is definitely not the town I grew up in or lived in for 62 years. That's what Rick said. Not me. That's what Rick said. Rick sounds like he's my age. Debbie says the Uptown, or whatever they call it now, I think she's referring to the hotel there
Yeah, I
at
think
the
so,
corner.
yeah.
Right.
When I come to town to visit, it always makes me shake my head. Dwayne says Barry's Junkyard on Delaware. MJ says coming into a town from the east, the old IGA building. Huge weeds and ditch by Safe Haven. Are we talking about the old IGA building? Is that the one that has Vaughn's sign on the front of
It
it?
was a buy right store, I think, at one time.
Okay. Ace says the drained Lakeside Park, of course, and the trailer park. Boom, boom, boom. Boy, we're just going through it. Natasha says Southern Illinois Lumber Building. Daniel says Main Street and Delaware Street being unsuitable for driving. Mercy, mercy, mercy. There's just a list here. We had like 40. Let me see how many people actually looked at it. I can't tell. It's well over 1,000 people looked at it, and we had like over 30 comments. I'm not reading all of them because they're a lot of them are redundant. Daniel Scott, are you wanting something specific or just the short list? Mostly agree with the vacant buildings in Lakeside Park, old trailer court, the old red and white building, houses falling down and in terrible disrepair. Sad that Illinois as a whole just pushing the welfare state, and from what I see, all the counties are falling right in line with Chicago. He called it something else. He has a different word for Chicago that I can't use on the air. Rundown, we should maybe pay some more taxes, and surely someone in local government can find a solution. Just my opinion, though. So there you go. So what do you make of that? You don't say a word, Dave. What do you make of that, Turner?
Valid points, all.
You don't disagree with any of them?
There are a few that I would disagree. The guy that says all of Fairfield.
No, I don't believe that either. I think there's some very nice
there
areas
are
of
some
Fairfield.
very, very nice areas in Fairfield.
Let's accentuate the positive for a moment, and not only the negative. There are some beautiful.
Isn't that a song? Accentuate the positive.
Accentuate the positive. I got to tell you, the care that is taken downtown at Freedom Park is impressive. The nice entrance.
The bandstand there.
The bandstand, the courthouse. Yes, the bandstand has been the folks that take care of that right across the street from you.
Yeah.
And your business. Beautiful. Really well done.
Yeah. There are several organizations that share it.
And I'm going to tell you this, too.
Doing
the city council
decorating
is
the
moving
gazebo.
as fast as they possibly can. The new city council, the one that's been in office now for a couple of years, to be able to get legally in a place where they can go after the folks that are not taking care of their property. So there you go. I'm sorry, that was kind of depressing. And we don't do that on
was
Morning Coffee.
Something about something instead of something about nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely. Got a call.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee. Hello. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hello?
Yes.
Mom and I was watching that Christmas at the Rockefeller Center,
Yes.
and Brett Eldridge, he just belted out the first Noel, Mark was talking about.
Yes.
And then I got a question for Dave.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, when you was, that's been a few years ago, when you played for the Mules,
Yeah, that was a few years ago. I would say that's an understatement. Go ahead.
Olney Tigers had a role player named Monty Forsythe. Do you remember him? His career free throw percentage was over 90%.
Yeah, he was dead on. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
automatic. I think he played on that same team with the Buzzard brothers. I don't know if they're no, I don't think they were they were cousins, weren't they, Mark? The Buzzards, Larry Buzzard, and
I'm
Terry
not
Buzzard.
sure. I think you're right though. I think they were cousins.
Cousins, not brothers. Yeah, but
You
it was about
probably-
that same time.
What was the
period.
name of the guy that hit 90% of his free throws?
Monty Forsythe.
Monty Forsythe. You probably fouled him a few times, didn't you, Dave?
Yes, I helped people set many scoring records around the NESC.
Oh, well, thank you, Gary.
They put the defense on them.
Yes, he did. He put the clamps on him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your call always.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, here's something that I thought was interesting. You know, we don't mean to make fun of, but we had talked quite a bit here, Dave, about the fact that Willie Nelson had a very difficult time on one of the country's.
He could barely get anything out.
Here's the news from San Antonio.
This just in.
Country music legend Willie Nelson says he stopped smoking pot 65 years after he rolled his first joint.
Now, is that for good or just for today?
I don't smoke anymore, he says.
I think that's a for good.
I take better care of myself today than I did then. A quote.
We can all say that. We all take better care of ourselves
I
as
don't.
we get older.
Well,
than we did before.
some people do. I won't get into that.
86 years old now, from Texas, of course. Due to ongoing health and breathing issues, he says he's no longer smoking marijuana. Nelson admitted that years of smoking weed has taken a toll on him. Quote, I've abused my lungs quite a bit in the past, so breathing is a little more difficult these days, and I have to be careful. I've mistreated myself since I was this big, and he's pointing right in the
So what you're saying is Willie's not going to be the keynote speaker at the Roll Me a Joint convention this year.
There you go.
He's 86, for God's sake. 86. So, I mean, yeah, I think probably it's time.
Yeah.
Especially when you can't sing. I mean, you're a singer, right?
Right.
You'd think that would have been something.
Who was the young woman that came up and sang with him? I mean,
Casey Musgrave,
She
I think
did
it
a
was.
good job.
She covered for him, is what she did. Oh, my. Here's one that, speaking of that, this is not funny, but I found it interesting because I think I've heard about things like this before. This from Zebulon, North Carolina. A North Carolina woman has passed away after her oxygen tank exploded because she was having a smoke.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you believe it?
Well, how many times do you walk around and you see people,
That's pure oxygen.
lighting up while they're pulling an oxygen tank?
Well, oxygen tank, or my other one is at the gas station, fueling up with a smoke in her hand. I'm like, oh, please, let me get away
while
from
lighting
you.
a smoke.
Yeah, let me get...
Because, the gasoline doesn't cause it to go up. It's the
vapors.
Vapors.
Yes. I'm like, please let me get away.
Police say that 61-year-old Belinda Cobble was smoking a cigarette at her Zebulon home, which caused her oxygen tank to ignite. Her husband reportedly awoke to the flames, which he tried to put out. He called 911, but it was too late. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Whew. Baby Yoda is almost here. I hope you know.
Have you got one ordered?
It's called...
I bet Vaughn does.
A Mandalorian is what they call it.
I think that's a separate thing, isn't it?
No.
I think it is. I think there's Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda's almost
and I think
here.
there's the Mandalorian. There's two. I think they're two different things. We got to check with Vaughn when he gets
the
back.
breakfast adorable green character from Star Wars, the Mandalorian. Oh, that's the name. I don't know.
Punctuation. Use your punctuation.
Has often it's been taking the internet by storm. It's the Star Wars show, The Mandalorian, that Baby Yoda is on, apparently.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay. So anyway, Baby Yoda is a plush, kind of 11-inch version by Mattel, and it's making pre-orders right now. If you pre-ordered it now for Christmas, you'll get it in April.
So
it's almost like Cabbage
You'll
Patch
get a piece of
Dolls.
paper that's wrapped in a box that says, "Congratulations,
In
you get
four-
a Baby Yoda."
in 4 months.
You'll
Yes.
get a Baby Yoda. That's what you're going to get for Christmas. Oh my! This is country. A Florida woman who bought a baby bouncer at Goodwill says she found a loaded gun inside the box.
Well, while those babies are bouncing, they got to protect themselves.
A lady by the name of Rodriguez told CNN that she went to a Goodwill in Valparaiso, Florida on Sunday to get a baby shower gift for her friend and found a bouncer that was still sealed in its box later that day at the shower. This lady opened it up and found instead a loaded semi-automatic rifle.
Instead of the bouncer?
Yes!
Oh, instead of the bouncer. All right.
Yeah.
We could have
Well,
got you a bouncer or a gun, and we weren't sure which way to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lady was so happy. She said, "Thank you. That's exactly what I need." Police said they have no idea who the owner was.
Gosh.
Isn't that amazing? Dum-dum-dum. There, the new color. Maybe this is something we need to talk to Christy about.
Color.
The color of the year.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is for fashion.
Right.
And what's the color of the year?
First of all, none of us really. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're just going to wear the clothes we've got, right?
Right, yeah.
So, Pantone.
What is that color?
It's like a blue, a denim-like tone. It's solid, it's dependable, and it's easily relatable. It also hopes the
You can
color will
figure out-
encourage people to stay calm.
Why don't they just call it blue?
Pantone.
Pantone.
Last year's color. Remember last year's color?
Sounds like a shampoo.
Yes, it does.
When I
was it
take a
taupe
shower, I
last year?
use Pantone. What was last year's color?
Living coral.
Living coral.
Pink?
Yeah, it's kind of a pink.
Why didn't they just use pink?
Because it's living coral. Now it's Pantone. Just remember that. Did you know that they take? Here's an interesting. There's an alliance right now between Ford and McDonald's.
Ford Motor Company and
Ford Motor
McDonald's.
Company and
yeah.
McDonald's. Every year, millions of pounds of coffee chaff. I guess that's the after remains of a coffee grounds.
Yeah.
Are turned into mulch or charcoal.
Right.
By heating the chaff to high temperature under specific conditions, it can be mixed with plastics and formed into various shapes to reinforce vehicle parts.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
Your coffee is a part of your Ford vehicle.
I mean, I had used the grounds, as a fertilizer before.
Well,
But
you did it for worms, didn't you? By using the otherwise discarded McDonald's coffee chaff, Ford can make some products around 20% lighter and provide up to 25% energy savings during the molding process. So there's an alliance here between Ronald McDonald and the Ford Motor Company.
Man. All right.
Yes. We getting there?
Christmas light trivia today,
Okay.
Dave? Is
yes,
that right?
yes, we have some Christmas light trivia.
Please.
All right. Let's get the questions
All right,
here.
the questions. Okay.
I think I'm going to have me an M&M peanut while you're doing
And
that.
in line with the upcoming Christmas. Don't strain yourself over there.
I can't get it
Yeah,
open.
yeah, of course, we know the
Let me
Lions
see.
Club is
Let me
going to
help.
be
See if I can
recycling
do this.
Christmas lights that don't work. I thought, we could do something about Christmas lights.
Let me tell you another thing. M&M chaff,
Yes.
it's in Chevys.
Oh, it is. Okay, that's where that goes.
Go ahead. He's opening
Here,
it for
Tom
me.
has
Go
come
ahead.
through with
Oh, here we
scissors
go. Here
for
we go.
you.
Here we go.
There you go. All right, here's your first question.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. Who was responsible for the first Christmas light display?
Okay.
All right. Second question. Which president had the first Christmas tree in the White House? Question number 3.
He's completely lost any
know.
questions you might have read.
All right. Which president had the first Christmas tree with lights?
Okay.
Number 4. What made Christmas lights popular? There was a reason that they became popular. Number 5, which president was responsible for the first national Christmas tree? You know, we have a national president. Who had the first one?
I got a pretty good idea on that.
All right. Number 6, in what Illinois city? I'm going to help you with this one. Illinois city, can you be fined for leaving your Christmas lights up too long?
I just leave them out all night.
We're going to say which city. Number 7, what year were LED Christmas lights first sold in stores?
Okay.
And the
These are
final
good.
And the final one, what natural wonder of North America is lit up for Christmas?
Well, we're going to give you the answers to that.
Wonder. Okay.
Natural wonder.
And we're going to rock and roll while you're listening to a few messages here on Morning Coffee.
If you're looking for a new doctor, look no further than the new SSM Health Provider Finder. Search for physicians online based on conditions and treatments, name spellings and pronunciations, and locations near you. What's more, SSM Health doctors are known for taking the time to listen and connect with you. We call this the healing power of presence. You'll find this helpful tool at ssmhealth.com/doctors.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
If you're hungry for some delicious Deep South barbecue, then go down to the Big Deal store at WFIWradio.com and purchase the $20 gift certificate for only $14.
On Saturday, December 7th, Murphy's Pet Grooming and Boarding invites everyone to Sisney's Cookie Walk from 9 to noon. There will be a lot of activities on the square and a craft show at the community center. A donkey will be at the live nativity scene, a magician at the fire department, and Santa will be in his house in the park. Stop by and see all the great gift ideas for you and your human at Murphy's Pet Grooming and Boarding, located at 101 Railroad Street in Sisney.
At TLC Cleaning Services, we love what we do. You are much more than just a customer to us. In fact, in the past 2 years, you have helped us and stood by us through very difficult days. Therefore, as TLC celebrates 45 years and a second-generation cleaning crew, we say thank you for your patronage, and we hope you continue to use us for all your routine and seasonal cleaning needs. Call today at 599-6678. TLC Cleaning, helping one another through life, and that's what it's all about.
Your Fairfield area forecast: sunshine today with a high 58. Partly cloudy tonight, low 45. 30% chance for rain tomorrow, high 50. Partly cloudy, 48 on Saturday. For Sunday, cloudy skies, high 55. And for Monday, showers likely with a high 55. Overnight low 28. Yesterday's high was 54. Currently, humidity is at 100%. Winds are calm, and the pressure at 30.11 currently. Right now, we've got sunshine and 37 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. And it's time now to talk with Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
By the way, congratulations on your vice presidency last night.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So the new deals are in for December. What's going on?
Well, we've got the Employee Pricing Pluses back, so we've got that for to finish off 2019. Like I said, everything on the lot is new, is priced 19 models and 20 models priced at Chrysler Factory Employee Price, and you get the rebates and or special financing that's available on the car, truck, van, or SUV.
Okay, and you can check out all the inventory online at lemansonline.com. But that's not all you can do online. What else is the website, can you use the website for?
You can obtain or apply for financing. I think they're even on the service tab. You can, schedule for service appointments. You can contact our parts department. So there's lots of lots of options for the online shopper.
All right, something we don't hardly ever talk about is the service department at Le Mans. You've got a pretty top-notch crew over there.
We do have a good bunch of guys back there, very knowledgeable. Get your car fixed up good.
All right, and of course you've got the express lane for the oil changes, right?
We do. You can either use the express lane or you can call ahead and make an appointment. We've got an appointment rack and the express lane. And Jay back there, he's wheeling and dealing on tires all December long, too. So.
All righty. Sounds like a good one. Sounds like a good deal, Sheldon. Appreciate the visit. We will talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
All right. Hey, you guys do the same.
All right. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler joins us every Monday and Thursday here on the WFIW Morning Show.
You know, I haven't been doing good in trivia lately at all. You got people coming in, they're challenging me. They're giving me things that I don't know. So I'm bellying up to the trough of knowledge daily, and I'm slurping. And here you go again today. Probably ought to put the picture back on. Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. Okay, question number 1. Who was responsible for the first Christmas light display?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison is correct.
Well done.
Determined
All right.
to make good on his promise to electrify downtown Manhattan, Thomas Edison sought to draw attention to his incandescent light bulb in the 1880 Christmas season. The Wizard of Menlo Park was known for his PR savvy, laid 8 miles of underground wire to power strings around his New Jersey laboratory. People taking the train between New York and Philadelphia were amazed by the glowing fields that one reporter labeled Edison the Enchanter.
Ooh, the Enchanter.
You remember up Ingraham?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We went
Ingraham
there
was
all the
big.
time.
I used to go up there every once in a while.
Yeah. Loved Ingraham. Yeah.
All right, question 2. Which president had the first Christmas tree in the White House?
I'm going to say
Garfield.
I'm going to say Rutherford B. Hayes.
Benjamin Harrison,
Well,
close
a
by
lot
in
before.
1889.
Okay.
Which president had the first Christmas tree with lights?
I'm not. It's probably going to be FDR.
That would be Benjamin Harrison.
How about no on Harrison?
Okay.
He had first tree. Grover Cleveland.
Really?
Grover Cleveland, the only man elected
also-
president in 2 non-consecutive terms.
He also pitched for the Cardinals in 27. If I'm
Yeah, I
not
think it was Alexander there,
Oh,
buddy.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
He requested the first family tree to be adorned with hundreds of multicolored lights. The 24th president is credited with warming the public to the idea of electric Christmas lights. At the time, many people mistrusted electricity and thought that the dangerous vapors would seep into their homes through the lights and wires. So
That
that's
didn't
what-
happen at the White House.
No.
It had already been burned
There
down by
you
the
go.
British.
Number 4. What made Christmas lights popular?
Grover Cleveland.
Well,
in the White House.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was
know.
inspired by a tragic fire that was started by candles. Remember these
Oh, okay,
decorate
yeah.
candles?
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
15-year-old suggested adapting the novelty lighting that his parents sold for Christmas trees.
What you didn't want to have on the open candles?
Flame.
Oxygen tank. You don't want
Yeah,
an
no
oxygen tank
oxygen
around
tanks.
it. No.
All right. Which president was responsible for the first national Christmas tree? And this guy was kind of a wild man.
Oh, I'm going to say Teddy.
I'm going with Roosevelt, too.
That firebrand Calvin Coolidge.
Oh, he was a
Oh.
crazy man.
Yeah.
He was a nutburger.
First Christmas tree, 1923. The 48-foot tall balsam fir came from Coolidge's home state of Vermont and was adorned with 2,500 red and white and green electric bulbs. Most of the country, outdoor lights wouldn't be available until 1927. To increase sales, General Electric and various distribution companies sponsored neighborhood decorating with colored lights contest, a tradition that continues today.
You see, the thing about Dave is he educates as well as give
Yeah.
us trivia.
Yeah, we
There
just
you
don't
go.
get the wrong.
No,
But we get a lesson.
I want you guys to
I'm,
be more rounded.
I'm pro-education. Go ahead.
All right, now I gave you a little clue here earlier.
Mhm.
In what Illinois city can you be fined for leaving your Christmas lights up too long?
I'm going to say it's got to be an exclusive kind of suburban community.
Watsika.
Any guess?
Me?
Yeah.
How about Elgin?
Getting closer.
Okay.
Aurora, Illinois.
Aurora. See,
You
I
can
knew-
face a fine of $50 if you do not take your Christmas lights down by February 25th.
February 25th. So you got a
You
little bit of a grace
time
period.
there,
You got almost 2 full months.
Yeah, but you don't get them down by $50 fine. Next question. What year were LED lights first sold in stores? Now, this is a little bit more current.
I'm going to say 2007.
I'm going to say earlier than that, 2001.
Right on the money.
7?
Mark Turner.
Yeah.
2007. Baby. He was in the stockholders group there that sold those. And the final question. Now, this was a little easier for you. What natural wonder of North America is lit up for Christmas?
Clark Griswold's house.
No,
natural.
Natural.
Natural wonder. There's the key there.
Yeah. As in nature.
Niagara Falls.
I have. How about? I don't know.
Niagara Falls is correct.
You have just
look at that.
Every day you surprise and amaze.
I still fail.
We got a few minutes.
Dave,
tell us what the
about
latest is going
Christmas
on.
lights collection you're doing after Christmas.
All right. The first Saturday in January, the Fairfield Lions Club will be collecting used Christmas lights, ones that no longer work.
Basically, ones whose half the lights work and half don't.
There you go. Instead of fighting with it, we'll take them. If you have extension cords that no longer work, we'll take those. If you've got like an appliance cord that you've cut off, we don't want the appliance. But if you have the cord, we'll take that. And what happens is we take the copper out of there and use it for Lions Club projects. Now, we don't personally do this, but we have a group of people who do that statewide.
So you don't have a big fire somewhere and you're melting down wires and pulling out the copper, right?
No, that's correct. We don't have
no
that.
bonfire anymore.
And, someone said, well, what else will you take that day? We'll take, this cracked me up. I wasn't aware of this. Old keys. How many times have you had keys that you thought, man, I have no clue what this goes to?
All the time.
If you've got old keys, bring those. Soda tabs.
Soda tabs?
I have new keys. I have new keys that I have no idea where they go to.
Well, but I'm saying, instead of
give them to Dave so he can come over and break into your place.
No, I guess so you don't have that key ring that's got 57 keys on it going, gosh, I can't find the one I'm looking for. Here, just give us your old keys you don't want anymore.
All right.
Glasses, hearing aids, ink cartridges. And like I said, we're doing that the first Saturday of January. We figure that's the time that people will have their lights, and they'll know if they've got them working or not.
Unless you're in Aurora, and they have until the end of February.
They have till the end of February. But what we'll do is we'll be doing that from 9 to 12 the first Saturday in January. So and it'll be at the Methodist at the west door of the First United Methodist Church there. So we appreciate the Methodist Church giving us an opportunity to use it as a collection center. And like I said, the first year we did this, we figured if we had 2 or 3 boxes, we'd be lucky. We had 27 boxes of lights, and we had to bring a truck in to get them up to Northern Illinois, which is where all this goes.
It's going to happen again too.
Yeah, I bet so.
So if your listeners could bring those in, that'll be January the 4th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Dave, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for the peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for not guessing who the mystery voice is on the Bucket of Bunk theme. We're going to keep that going.
The Bucket of Bunk Christmas theme.
That's right. Thank you, Dave Savage. Take care, buddy. We'll see you on Friday here on Morning Coffee. Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
The proud voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City. Visit Boyd Mattress Center and take a rest test. 20 models on display, 895-3000.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Lillian Wu. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi giving the green light to impeachment against President Trump.
Today, I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment,
accusing the president of actions which have seriously violated